What's up, everybody? Doc Dog 1985. There's levels to this. This one doesn't even rate the bathroom, doesn't even rate the dryer door open. This is just a good car talk, and I do this when I want to talk to my kids about something serious. Sit down in the car. You're locked in here with me. Sometimes I'm gonna drive and I'm gonna talk. You're gonna listen and I'm gonna talk. And when we leave the car, I know that I have done my best to instill something into you that's gonna make you a better, more productive citizen to our society. And that's it. I leave with peace. So this is my last chance at leaving the PlayStation community with peace. Listen to me clearly. This is not a console war channel anymore. I don't console war anymore. The PlayStation 5 is better than the Series X because it's supported better. I have no problem saying that. I have waved the white flag. I've said this plenty of times. That's not what these videos have been about. They haven't been about consoles. They've been about Sony and Xbox. I can't even say Sony versus Xbox because Xbox is legitimately not even trying to compete. All I was trying to do is put the mirror up to you. Now I need you to listen close to me, because if the shoe does not fit, then I'm not talking to you. Do not type in the comment section if I'm not talking to you, okay? So listen to me. If you're viewing this simply from the mindset of a PlayStation gamer, yes, you, my friend, are winning. No questions asked, because you are getting the majority of these games. You are getting third-party games and Xbox games. Xbox gamers are only getting Xbox games. PC gamers are getting third party, right? Oh, well, Xbox gamers are getting third party as well, right? But PlayStation gamers, let's do this again, are getting third party games, they're getting Xbox games, and obviously they're going to be getting PlayStation games, right? But I need you to pay attention to that third one, PlayStation games, okay? Okay. Now, if you're an Xbox gamer, you're only getting third party games, and you're only getting Xbox games, right? If you're a PC gamer, you're getting third-party games, the majority of them. You're getting Xbox games, right? All of them. And then you're going to get PlayStation games. So if you're only looking at it from as basic as possible from a gamer's perspective, which I agree you should, PlayStation gamers, listen to me closely. Yes, you are winning. I get it. The Xbox gamer is going to tell you, yeah, but you got to pay for those Xbox games. Listen, you pay for what you want, right? And it's perfectly fine, right? This video is not who I'm talking to. The last 2-3 videos, this is not who I was talking to. I'm talking to the PlayStation fanboys and fans that this entire generation were counting Sony's pockets and Xbox's pockets. And you know who you are. Be honest. Be a man and a woman of your word. You know who you are if you are counting Xbox's pockets and Sony's pockets and bragging about sales and bragging about all this sort of stuff. That means you were looking at the money side of this and you weren't looking at it from a gamer's perspective side, right? Okay, this is what I need you to understand. It is not a narrative. I saw a video from Big Bro, Puerto Rock 77. Shout out to you. Go watch his video. To me, it was a very disappointing video. He said that Xbox gamers are afraid of PlayStation gamers' buying power. No. He said that Xbox gamers want the Xbox gamers want Xbox games to fail on PlayStation sales wise. No, we don't. Xbox content creators don't even want games to fail on PlayStation. We want games on PlayStation to do the exact same thing that Call of Duty is doing on PlayStation, which is already an Xbox game. It is whooping every other PlayStation game's ass up and down that freaking scoreboard. Because that proves the narrative that at least I've been saying since forever. Not every Xbox content creator could claim this, because there's plenty of them that did want to keep exclusives. But I've been claiming this since forever. Exclusives are stupid and don't matter, and you do not buy. I'll take it back. There's only one console you buy for exclusives. That's it. And that's the Nintendo. That's it. The only people that buy a PlayStation for their exclusive titles are Xbox fans. Okay? So when Xbox games start doing better on PlayStation than PlayStation games, those Xbox games aren't going to be exclusive games. And it's going to prove that the narrative of exclusivity is wrong. What happened last year, 3 years ago, 4 years ago, 10 years ago, PlayStation 2 era, PlayStation 3 era is not now. Is not now. You need to adapt to the times, or if not, you become Blockbuster. You need to adapt to the times. I promise you this. And again, the problem is they think that we're trying to change the narrative as far as games, you buying games on the PlayStation is bad for Sony. I'm not saying that it's bad for Sony if you buy third-party games, because that's what an Xbox game on there will be. Sony is telling you that if you buy a third-party games, here's the caveat, more than their own games, it's bad. I'll say it again and I'll slow it down. If you buy third-party games this generation, because this generation is not the same as last generation, if you continue to buy third-party games more than their games, that is a problem. Why else do you think they would try to make not 1, not 2, not 3, not 4, not 5, not 6, not 7, not 8, not 9, not 10, not 11, but 12 live service games? That was ridiculous to hear me count to 12. That's how ridiculous this idea is, right? That Sony's trying to make 12 live service games, right? I promise you this. Sony understands that maybe they can't make a Helldivers that sells as much as a Call of Duty on their platform. They understand that. But they would love if they had at least 5 Helldivers, 5 live service games that were in the top 10 sales. I guarantee you they would love that. A live service games in the top 10, they would prefer a live service game to take the spot of Astrobot on those top selling games. They would prefer a live service game to take the spot of Spider-Man 2 on the live service game. And it's not hard to understand why. That's where the money is. But what I was trying to tell the PlayStation fanboy that's been bragging about sales and is now bragging about Xbox games going over there. Oh, listen. Yeah, you are winning. But this is not good for Sony. No, it's not. And again, it's because we're not in the same generation. I promise you that if you go to Walmart, we're going to use analogies now, right? I got to give a shout out to MM2K too. He made a video as well, which he flipped it and now started talking from the gamer's perspective when his tweet wasn't about that. But let me keep it like this. When you go to Walmart, you know they have the Walmart generic brands of stuff, and then they have the name brands of stuff, right? Obviously, Walmart wants you to shop at Walmart overall, right? So Sony wants you to buy games on their platform overall, okay? But they would definitely prefer if everything you purchased was the Walmart brand. How is this difficult? The difference is that Sony is literally yelling at the mountaintops like, yo, we need a live service game. And now here's the thing, right? Xbox is in a crazy position where they can fill the gap that PlayStation can't on their own console. They can do that on their own platform because the PlayStation 5 destroyed, and PS4 and PS5 destroyed the console war. It is not a console war channel. No Xbox fan is afraid that games are going to sell better on the PS5. Why would we be afraid of that? Go ahead and subsidize Game Pass. I have no idea why they're trying to flip this. I have no idea where this is coming from. This is my last time trying to address this, because I believe that the true PlayStation gamer does have the right idea, and they're winning. They could buy whatever game they want to buy, whether it's an Xbox game, a PlayStation game, or a third-party game. It is ridiculous for any game developer. Listen to me. It is ridiculous for any game developer to even consider skipping the PS5. Makes no sense at all. So that is a huge benefit to the PlayStation gamer. I'm not talking to the PlayStation gamer. I'm talking to all the PlayStation content creators that didn't see Sony canceling 12 live service games even because they were paying too much attention to Xbox. I'm talking to the PlayStation gamers that all of a sudden don't want to figure out what money looks like. Guys, they were bragging that Astrobot beat Indiana Jones in the chart. And this is why it's confusing, because they're still talking about charts. But both those games were under the top 10. Under the top 10. That's what you're bragging about? Both those games were under the top 10. Only one company had the game at number 1. And that was Xbox. And yes, Call of Duty was purchased more on PS5 than on Xbox. You're telling me that Xbox gamers somehow don't want this? You telling me that Xbox content creators don't want this? Like, you're clearly not watching the Xbox content creators, or you're pretending like you're not watching us or them. I can't even say us anymore. No, I'm still an Xbox content creator. I guess I'm not a console content creator. I've said it plenty of times. I don't console war. The PS5 is better than Xbox Series X. Anybody that wants to argue with me, I don't care. Argue with Xbox. Xbox is the one that decided not to support the Series X. You see how honest I could be when I say that, and it doesn't hurt my feelings? Because I don't need a lie. And that's probably why I would never get a sponsorship from anybody. Because they're probably terrified of what I might say. And that's perfectly fine. It is what it is. Third time's a charm. You're sitting in my car with me right now. This is a one-way conversation. If you're a PlayStation content creator, you should be supporting PlayStation games more than you're supporting Xbox games. The reality, which is the truth, and don't you lie to me, the reality is the PlayStation games that are coming out right now are not as exciting as the Xbox games. The possibility of playing Xbox games on your PlayStation is not as exciting as playing PlayStation games on your PlayStation. And this is a fact. When the Master Chief Collection ends up beating PlayStation games in top sales, and you try to use that as a bragging right, you're going to look silly. You're going to look silly because you guys were the ones that said, I got a PlayStation because I don't wait for games. You could have had an Xbox. You could have been played the Master Chief Collection. Why you waited? Xbox has no games. Xbox been had the Master Chief Collection. Now magically it sells well? See, it doesn't make any sense. It's simple. If you don't care about Sony, if you don't care at all about Sony, go ahead and buy the Xbox and third-party games more than you buy their own games. It's not that Sony doesn't want you to buy third-party games. I'm sure they do. Hey, they'll take whatever they can. Buy games, right? But if you're going to act like they wouldn't prefer their games to be number 1, you're out of your mind. They do. And their game's not number 1. And the more game that Xbox puts on PlayStation, the less their games are going to be number 1. Because all real gamers know that Xbox has had good games. They just been Xbox taxed. This Direct, magically, the Direct where everything is third party, magically is in like a 9 out of 10, 10 out of 10 everywhere. All these games, if they were only Xbox games exclusive, I guarantee you wouldn't have received the same reception. You've proved it. You've proven it to us. This is not a console war channel. The PS5 is better than the Xbox Series X. This is a conversation between Sony and Xbox. But at the end of the day, listen, I'm with you. I'm on your side. You're absolutely right. Forget both these companies. They better figure out how to survive. They do. I've always been about the gamer's perspective. I've always said that. I've always thought it was weird when people were counting sales and sales numbers. Go check my history. But you've been counting sales numbers, and you've been counting all kinds of stuff. And now that Sony games aren't selling on the Sony platform, all of a sudden, you're not worried about that. You care about what you can. Okay. Dog1985. I'm going to tell you right now, I'm being nice. I'm being nice. Be careful if you dare rebuttal to this and say something stupid. I'm being nice. Treating you like my child. We out. Peace.